Buda writes, "Hey guys, what do you think is the best director-composer partnership of all time? I will always say that belongs to Spielberg and John Williams, Jaws being my favorite movie of all time, but I'm starting to put the Nolan Zimmer works among my favorites also. I've personally loved all the scores that have come from Chris's films, especially after just seeing Interstellar with Zimmer's organ theme. My personal favorite, though, is the Man of Steel score, even though it was just produced by Nolan."
I think Spielberg and John Williams is the one that everyone thinks of, you know, Jaws, Indiana Jones, and all the Jurassic Park and all the rest of them. Zimmer and Nolan is good for me too, but my personal favorite is Aronofsky and Clint Mansell, who did Requiem for a Dream, The Fountain, Black Swan, The Wrestler. They used that one piece from Requiem Dream in all the like trailers and commercials. What's it called? Lux Eterna. And
it's a great one.
So that's my personal favorite. Mary?
Well, I loved growing up Tim Burton movies, and so Tim Burton, Danny Elfman for me is a huge one. Ennio Morricone and Sergio Leone. You can't you can't have this conversation and not mention those two, because I think they influenced a lot of other scores. And a pairing that is kind of new that I'm really enjoying is Trent Reznor and David Fincher. Sorry.
Took my thing. I'll go.
Well, you took mine before, so
well, I do.
You
have, well, the other one that I was thinking too, more modern, because you guys are taking all the ones that I wanted. How about J.J. Abrams and Giacchino?
Oh yeah, nice one.
You know, so and I mean, Giacchino's working with a lot of different people, but he's been working with J.J. obviously, even with Lost and transferring into the Star Trek films, and I think eventually he's going to take over for some of the Star Wars films as well too. You probably see him. I think John Williams will probably be back for episode 8 and.
How could he not? I feel like.
Well, you never know. I mean,
he's doing 7, so but he hasn't. He's not confirmed for 8 or 9.
I mean, he's also 85 years old or 80 years old, so you never know how long. You just
They're
don't
like,
know
"We'll
how
just
long.
wait."
Yeah, you just don't know how long he's going to want to be able to do it. So.
Yeah, composers are kind of like DPs in the sense of they can do more. Like directors, they have to live with a film for so long that they can't turn around that many. But for like if you look at a cinematographer or a composer, you'll see that it's like, oh, they did a bunch. Like Clint Mansell did Duncan Jones' Moon as well. So it's like, and John Williams, obviously.
You know what's interesting too is like when you watch, because I always like to watch the special features on Blu-rays, and when they talk about like how the score gets written, in some cases the composer is on board before they start shooting, and they're working on concepts together, and in some cases it's after the film is fully finished. So it's one of these areas in film that's really exciting, because a DP has to be there on the first day of shooting, but a composer has a lot more, there's a lot more creative freedom in how that relationship gets shaped with the director. So I always find that interesting when people talk about this pairing.
Yeah,
so
Howard Shore and Peter Jackson's another good one too.
That is a good one.
And then what's funny is that I love Steve Zablonsky, who unfortunately has been pairing a lot with Michael Bay. I'd like to see him leave and pair with somebody else because he's awesome.
Well, speaking of David Fincher and Trent Reznor, you know, I'm very interested in the post-production workflow for Gone Girl, because they did it on Premiere. And I was watching an interview with Kirk Baxter, the editor, and he was talking about how they were so excited the day, they're waiting for the day that the soundtrack, like it's not the fully realized soundtrack, but just the bits that they were going to be able to use while editing from Trent Reznor. They're like, it's like birthday, Christmas, all rolled into one for them.
And to be fair, it's Reznor and Atticus.
Atticus Ross?
No, I always forget his last name.
I thought it was Atticus.
See? I was going to say Finch, but that's obviously not.
Yeah, no. I think it might be Ross. I don't know.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.